is the informative digest that contained in a California regulation. So when proposing a regulation and ultimately adopting one or amending or repealing an existing regulation, a state agency in California is required to include an informative digest in both their initial statement of reasons, referred to as the ISOR, as well as in the final statement of reasons, referred to as the FSOR. The following items are required to be included in the informative digest: a clear and concise summary of existing laws and regulations. If the proposed action differs substantially from an existing comparable federal regulation or statute, then a brief description of the significant differences and the full citation of the federal regulations or statutes. A policy statement overview explaining the broad objectives of the regulation and the specific benefits that are anticipated by the proposed adoption, amendment, or repeal of a regulation, as well as an evaluation of whether the proposed regulation is inconsistent or incompatible with existing state regulations, any other matters that are prescribed by statute, a determination whether the regulation imposes a mandate on local agencies or school districts, and if so, whether the mandate requires state reimbursement, an estimate of the cost or the savings to any state agency, a declaration regarding the determination of a significant statewide adverse economic impact, a description of all of the cost impacts associated with the adoption, amendment, or repeal of the regulation, a statement of the results of the economic impact assessment, a statement that the action would have a significant effect on housing costs, a statement that the adopting agency must determine that no reasonable alternative considered by the agency would be more effective in carrying out the purpose of the regulation, the name and phone number of the agency representative, the date by which comments must be received in writing, reference to the agency having prepared a statement of the reasons of the proposed action, a statement that if a public hearing is not scheduled, any interested person may request a public hearing, a statement that the full text will be available for at least 15 days, a statement about how to obtain the final statement of reasons, a statement regarding electronic access to the regulatory documents, and finally, a statement about providing regulatory materials to those with a visual disability or other type of disability that limits their ability to access that information from the regulation.